Jonah was another one of God's prophets, and on most days he loved his job. He would ask God what he wanted to say to his people, and then he'd march around giving them the good news. But one day, God told Jonah to go on a journey longer than he had ever been on before. God said, "Tell the people in Nineveh that I'd like to visit them. Tell them that I want to make the wrong things right and the dark things light." Jonah was confused. He had grown up thinking of the people of Nineveh as bad people. Certainly God wouldn't want to be with them. So Jonah decided to go his own way. He looked at a map and saw that Nineveh was way off to the right. So Jonah decided, if Nineveh is right, I'll go left. That way I don't have to tell all those bad people that God is coming. So Jonah went left, way left, and soon he came to a big ocean. He hopped on the first boat he could find and made sure he was going even lefter. As the little boat pushed away from the shore, Jonah fell asleep, very happy with himself. But God wasn't happy with Jonah. So God followed Jonah. You see, God was with Jonah. Even when Jonah didn't listen to God, even when Jonah went the wrong way, even when Jonah hated the people God loved, God was with him. Because God was with Jonah, he couldn't let Jonah keep running away. So he sent a big storm to stop the boat. The waves were higher than mountains. The wind was so loud it hurt Jonah's ears, and little Jonah in his little boat woke up with one thought: God is still here. "I made a huge mistake," Jonah told the sailors. "The storm is my fault. The only way to stop it is to throw me in." The sailors weren't so sure. But the waves kept getting bigger and the wind kept getting louder. So they finally agreed. Jonah went overboard. To everyone's surprise, it worked. The waves stopped. The wind went silent. That was good news for the sailors. Jonah, on the other hand, thought he was going to die. But God was still with Jonah, and God sent a giant fish after Jonah. The fish swallowed Jonah, without chewing on him, of course, and suddenly Jonah could take a breath. He looked around this warm, dark, stinky place and realised he was safe. Even if it was in a fish's belly, which we can all agree is a pretty icky place to be. When the fish spat Jonah out 3 days later, Jonah splatted on land with a different attitude. "I'll go to Nineveh," he said, "and tell everyone there that God wants to be with them." You see, Jonah had done a lot of thinking in that dark, soggy fish belly. He was learning that God wasn't just coming to be with Abraham's children's children. No, God was planning to come to all sorts of people, whether they looked like Jonah or not, whether Jonah thought they were good people or not. So when Jonah got to Nineveh, he preached a message I think you know. God is not here. Your sin drove him away. And the people of Nineveh began to hope and to pray, "God, will you come back to stay?"